You have just been replaced, and
Você
you did
acabou de
not
ser
even notice.
substituído
While you
e
were
nem
distracted,
percebeu.
China built an
Enquanto
army
você
of
estava
robots that can
distraído, a
think,
China
act,
construiu
and work better
exército
than
de
you.
robôs que pensa,
And the
age
worst
e
part,
trabalha
it is
melhor que
happening
você.
right now at
E o
this
pior,
very moment.
isso já
While
está
Western
acontecendo
media
agora,
keeps you entertained,
neste exato
China is
momento.
quietly racing
Enquanto a
ahead,
mídia
building a
ocidental te
future that
mantém
looks like it
entretido,
came
a
straight
China
out of
corre
a
em
science
silêncio,
fiction movie.
construindo
Artificial
futuro
intelligence
que parece
systems
ter
that
saído
think for
direto de
themselves,
filmes de
machines
ficção
that replace
científica.
humans,
Sistemas
entire
de
cities
inteligência
run by
artificial que pensam
algorithms.
sozinhos.
And the truth that no one is talking
Máquinas que
about it is
substituem
not
humanos.
just about flying
Cidades
cars or
inteiras
smart
comandadas
cities.
por
It is
algoritmos.
something much
E o que
more
ninguém está
powerful.
falando
Once you
não é só
understand
sobre
what is
carros
really
voadores
happening,
ou
you will
cidades
realize
inteligentes.
something
É algo
shocking.
muito
The
mais
future
poderoso.
is
E
not
quando
coming.
você entender
The
o que
future is
realmente
already
está
here,
acontecendo,
and
vai
China
perceber.
is leading
O
it.
futuro não
Remember
está
when
chegando.
ordering pizza
Ele
meant
já
waiting
chegou.
30 or 40
E a
minutes,
China
hoping
está
it would arrive
liderando.
hot? China said, that is over. They built a complete delivery network of drones that bring your food in just 15 minutes with minute-by-minute precision. The company Meituan has already completed more than 300,000 drone deliveries. That is like delivering food to every person in a mid-sized city. These drones fly on programmed routes and drop off packages in special boxes, no delivery driver, no waiting. But in the countryside, things get even crazier. JD.com has drones that carry between 5 and 30 kilograms. They call it the flying pickup truck, connecting villages that never had access to fast delivery in their entire lives. Food flying through the sky already sounds surreal, but wait until you see what is driving on the streets. This year alone, 15 million new cars in China are coming with robotic brains capable of driving themselves. That means 2 out of every 3 new cars no longer need a human to touch the steering wheel. But let me tell you about the GU001, the first car in the world with real artificial intelligence. It is not just self-driving. This car literally thinks and talks to you. You can stand outside and say, "Simo, come pick me up," and it will drive itself to you from up to 2 kilometers away. It looks like black magic, but it is pure technology. Under the hood, it has 2 NVIDIA chips with 508 teraflops of computing power, 11 HD cameras, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and 5 radar systems. That is more sensors than a military drone. It parks by itself, changes lanes, avoids obstacles, recognizes traffic lights, and even makes unprotected left turns in chaotic city traffic. Want something even more insane? The BYD Yangwang U8 can spin 360 degrees. Like a tank, each of its 4 motors moves the wheels in opposite directions, letting it rotate in place. It can even move sideways like a crab, sliding perfectly into tight parking spaces. And here is the wildest part. It can drive through water, nearly 5 feet deep float like a boat, and move across the surface at 3 kilometers per hour. Imagine a flood. And instead of being trapped, you simply drive into the water and float across. It can stay afloat for 30 minutes, and it is not a concept car. You can buy it right now. The L6 from Yangwang slides horizontally into parking spots like it is dancing. Its 4-wheel steering and independent electric motors reduce parking space by 11%, with a turning radius of just 5 meters, half that of normal cars. Even more impressive, the BYD Z9 GT can drift sideways into parallel spaces using its electric motors to spin the back wheels in opposite directions. And here is what scares other automakers. BYD has become the first global manufacturer to reach 10 million new energy vehicles, selling these high-tech dancing cars for just $236,000, while a Ferrari costs more than $500,000. 85% of Chinese drivers are comfortable letting a robot drive for them, while only 39% of Americans feel the same. China is literally racing into the future while other countries are still afraid to even try. They are already testing self-driving taxis in 19 cities with 16,000 test cars covering over 30,000 kilometers of special roads. That is enough to circle the planet and still have roads left. AI-powered cars dominating the streets is already mind-blowing, but wait until you see how they charge. Electric cars that drive themselves are taking the world to another level, but charging takes hours, right? Not anymore. BYD just solved that forever. Their new batteries charge so fast that 5 minutes gives you 400 kilometers of range. That means you can drive from one city to another with just one quick bathroom stop. They call it a 1 megawatt charging system. That is 1,000 times more powerful than charging your phone. In fact, charging an electric car in China is now faster than filling up with gasoline. But China is not just building futuristic technology, it is building futuristic minds. While other countries still teach kids multiplication tables, China is turning its children into artificial intelligence experts. Starting this year, every child in Beijing from the age of 6 must take at least 8 hours of AI classes every school year. Millions of children are learning to use artificial intelligence before they even learn multiplication. China has selected 184 schools to test even more advanced AI programs. When these children grow up, they will be controlling technology that does not even exist yet. Kids programming AI is already wild, but wait until you see machines building highways by themselves. It sounds almost impossible, but China has just built an entire highway without a single human worker. They used 100 autonomous trucks, massive machines carrying 85 tons each that drive completely by themselves with no driver, no brakes, even in freezing temperatures of minus 40 degrees Celsius. And it does not stop there. Chinese companies have deployed entire fleets of road construction robots, 10 autonomous rollers, and 2 massive paving machines that build highways automatically using GPS and intelligent algorithms. They are literally building the roads that other robots will drive on. China's next goal is to have 5,000 autonomous trucks operating nationwide by the end of this year, and at their current speed, that might happen sooner than anyone expects. You pay online by scanning cards or phones, right? China has gone one step further. Now you can pay with no card and no phone. Sounds impossible, but it is real. Millions of people in China already pay using only their hands. Tencent's WeChat Palm Pay scans the lines and veins in your palm. It is safer than fingerprints and faster than pulling out your wallet. Over 1,500 stores already use it with an error rate lower than 1 in a million. Students use it at universities, travelers use it at train stations, and soon people will not need cash cards or even phones to pay for anything. Paying with your palm already feels like the future, but now robots are doing almost everything humans used to do. In China, people are not just living without cash, they are letting robots take over their jobs. There is a robot about the size of a 10-year-old child that moves with perfect kung fu precision dances like a professional and runs faster than most adults. Meet the Unitree G1. It stands about 4 feet 3 inches tall, weighs 77 pounds with its battery, and has 23 movable joints for humanoid movement. It walks, runs, jumps, sits, stands, shakes hands, and waves with incredible balance and precision. It moves so naturally that you would swear there is a person inside. But here is the crazy part. It is not just for show. The G1 can help with daily tasks like carrying objects, opening bottles, or cleaning your room. And when you are bored, it performs kung fu routines, dances, or any choreography you program. It even folds itself for easy storage or transport like packing a suitcase. And here comes the real shock, it costs only $16,000. That might sound expensive, but compared to other humanoid robots that cost hundreds of thousands, it is almost a bargain. And yes, there is more. They have also built robotic dogs called Go-To. But these are not cute pets. They are serious working dogs weighing about 15 kilograms and running at 2.5 meters per second. And what makes them truly incredible is that they can walk upside down, do backflips, front flips, cartwheels, and even adaptive rolls while climbing obstacles. These robot dogs understand voice commands thanks to GPT technology. They shake hands, stretch, dance, and even take photos. The coolest feature is their 4D LiDAR vision. They see everything around them in 360 degrees, detecting objects as close as 2 inches away. The Go-To Pro runs up to 18 kilometers per hour and has a smart side follow system that lets it jog beside you, automatically dodging obstacles. There is even a version with wheels called the Go-To-W that rolls over any terrain while carrying up to 3 kilograms of cargo. Now prepare for something that will send chills down your spine. There is a company called X Robots that makes androids robots that look exactly like humans. They have realistic skin, perfect teeth, and eyes that blink just like yours. These robots can move their faces and bodies in 140 different ways, more than most humans can. They cost around $280,000 each and take an entire month to build because every microscopic detail has to be perfect, even the skin pores. But here is the amazing part. X Robots has already built more than 200 humanoid robots and now produces over 500 per year at its massive factory in Dalian. They have even recreated famous scientists like Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, and Thomas Edison as talking robots that tell their life stories. These robots are already working in science museums, hotels, schools, and government offices across China. The company even opened the nation's first robot museum where visitors can meet robotic versions of historical figures. And here is the scary truth. In just a few years, you might not be able to tell whether you are speaking to a human or a robot. What happens when these robots become cheap enough for everyone to own one? China is not just building cool technology, it is building everything all at once and doing it faster than anyone thought possible. And this is not the end. It is only the beginning. Every one of these technologies will get better, faster, and cheaper. But the real question is, when will this technology spread to other countries? And are you ready for a world where cameras know everything about everyone? Tell me in the comments which of these technologies shocked you the most: the dancing car, the human-like robots, or 6-year-old children coding artificial intelligence.